Elk Grove Unified students, families, and staff. I'm Santi Soriano with EGU News, and I'm here to provide you with a district update. On EGU News, we focus on healthy minds, healthy bodies, and healthy learning, as well as keeping you updated on district activities. This is your district update for September 3rd, 2021. This update will cover important information based on feedback and questions we received from schools and our parents. And of course, our focus continues to be on keeping schools safely open for in-person learning and to gradually shift to a level of normalcy. Now, we will continue to do our best in working together with this particular focus. Now, gathered below or gathered in our letter today are the questions with our responses. And then further down in our letter, we have information, resources, and then more stories to share, positive stories. Okay, question number 1. Have the California Department of Public Health TK through 12 guidelines been recently updated? Yes, the updates deal with masking, sports, and extracurricular activities. CDPH has also updated their FAQ. The links are found in our letter. Check them out. All right, question number 2. Are sports and extracurricular activities affected by the updated guidelines? Yes, the current education guidance requiring all individuals, adults and students to wear a mask indoors at a TK through 12 school, regardless of vaccination status, does apply to extracurricular activities, including sports and sporting events sponsored by TK through 12 schools. Now, you can view the California Interscholastic Federation press release specifically focused on sports to learn more. And then also, we just want to point out that the requirements and recommendations in the updated guidance for extracurricular activities and all activities that occur on a school site, whether or not they occur during school hours, includes but is not limited to band, chorus, and clubs. This guidance states that for the playing of musical instruments that cannot be done with a face covering, for example, for wind instruments, or when wearing a mask during play, poses a choking hazard, at least one of the following options is required. The first, conduct these activities outdoors. The second, use modified face coverings and bell coverings when playing wind and brass instruments, and then maintain 6 feet of physical distancing. And then thirdly, perform at least weekly screening testing with either PCR testing, 1-to-1 or pooled PCR, or antigen testing of all individuals, including those who are fully vaccinated. Okay, question number 3. Why do students and staff who are symptomatic have to get a negative PCR test in order to return to school instead of just a negative rapid antigen test? Well, and then why does the Sacramento County Public Health Decision Force say that both tests are acceptable and schools yet at the same time only accept a negative PCR test in order to return, especially if you're symptomatic, right? So in consultation with the Sacramento County Public Health Officer, if students or staff are symptomatic and test negative with a rapid antigen test, it could be a false negative. Therefore, Sacramento County Public Health states that they must follow up with a negative PCR test to confirm the negative rapid test result, or at least follow up with a PCR test to confirm the negative rapid test results. So students and staff must then otherwise remain at home until they receive a negative PCR test. Okay, question number 4. Do symptomatic students and staff have an alternative different from testing for COVID? Well, yes, they may receive an alternative diagnosis from a healthcare provider, and they may return to school if at least 24 hours have passed since fever and symptoms have improved significantly. Okay, question number 5. Is there a hotline parents can call to ask COVID-19 related questions? Yes, there's a statewide hotline. Statewide COVID hotline is available at 833-422-4255 for parents to call with questions about COVID-19. The call center is open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and also on Saturday and Sunday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. All right, question number 6. If parents have questions about the Elk Grove Unified School District COVID dashboard, and they have some frequently asked questions about that, is there an FAQ that people can look to, etc.? Well, yes, Parents certainly can email our communications department, and we are fielding those questions. But here are some commonly asked questions about our dashboard and then our responses. You can click in the letter for that to view those. And then in the event that you need translation or interpretation services, please also click on the link in there. You'll get the phone number and or email address to contact someone in our district office who can provide those services for you. All right, question number 7, and there's, I think, 16 questions total. How can parents and staff be proactive about stopping the spread of COVID in our schools? Well, for those eligible, get vaccinated. Everybody then also follow the guidance that we've given on mitigation strategies. Now, if a staff or student member has any one of the COVID-19 symptoms, they should not come to school and instead follow the tree number 1 in the Sacramento County Public Health Decision Forest for symptomatic individuals. And remember, in order to come back to school, you either have to have a confirmed PCR, a confirmed negative PCR test, and or you need to talk to your a healthcare provider on receiving an alternative diagnosis in order to return. And if you're still symptomatic, you should have waited 24 hours since symptoms or fever have passed. Okay, question number 8. Are there community testing sites parents and students can go to instead of going to the school? Well, absolutely. And then we've provided a comprehensive list of Sacramento County symptom screening mobile testing sites in our letter. You can click on that link and it'll show you all the different testing sites. All right, question number 9. Should parents go to the emergency room to get tested quickly? Well, it's recommended that parents call their child's pediatrician first and discuss their child's symptoms. And then more information can be found from the California Department of Public Health on COVID-19 symptoms. So you can check that link out there and then call your doctor, call your child's pediatrician first. All right, question number 10. Will there be preemptive testing for athletics? Yes, non-vaccinated individuals competing in high-risk sports should receive preemptive testing. EGUSD students in sports and extracurricular activities will need to test if they do not show proof of vaccinated status. And this testing will be conducted at sites similar to the testing of all EGUSD athletes performed back in the spring of 2021. Okay, question number 11. Where can parents and the community find vaccination clinics? Sacramento County has a list of COVID-19 vaccine clinics. That information is on their website. We put the link in the letter. Kaiser Permanente has a free COVID-19 vaccine clinic at the Bruceville Center Vaccination Station from 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. 7 days a week. And then COVID vaccine locations throughout California are also found at myturn.ca.gov. All right, question number 12. What other public health concerns should parents know about? Well, the Sacramento County YOLO Mosquito and Vector Control District wants to remind you to protect yourselves from mosquitoes, especially as you enjoy the outdoor activities during the long holiday weekend. Now, invasive mosquitoes are a public health threat because they are capable of transmitting debilitating diseases such as Zika, dengue, and chikungunya. Can't say that very well. To report a mosquito breeding source or for current information about any treatments planned within Sacramento or Yolo counties, please call 1-800-429-1022 or visit www.fightthebite.net. And then you can also visit the Sacramento/Yolo and Vector Control District's press release online. It's in our letter, link there for more information. All right, question number 13. Can parents help with filling open job positions? Yes, we need your help. And we have multiple opportunities for parents and community members to be engaged in our school community. Join us today by becoming a part of the EGUSD family. You can see all of our current job openings on edjoin.org. That's edjoin.org. And then you can see the information on our employment page for substitute teachers. And then we also have our press release linked in our letter today that talks about the newly proposed pay rates for substitute teachers. And then you can also check out our transportation website, transportation department's website to apply to become a bus driver. And then we have many flexible hour and flexible location openings in food nutrition services for substitute positions that are also listed on EdJoin. So you want to check those things out or share with someone that you know who could definitely be part of our team. Okay, question number 14. Are there other ways I, as a parent, can help out? Well, first of all, we need your feedback. So for the EGUSD relief funds that we're receiving, we still need community input, and we've requested that. We requested it the other day. There's a board-approved plan for the use of $191 million in relief funds through the American Recovery Act to address students' needs and any opportunity gaps that existed before and or were worsened by the COVID-19 pandemic. And that plan must be submitted to the state in order to access those funds. Now, similar to other plans like the LCAP and the ELO, et cetera, we are required to gather stakeholder feedback. And we want to hear what you have to say about our plans. So our next step is to really hear from you. And so in our letter today is a link one more time to that EGUSD ESSER, we call it ESSER, 3 expenditure plan. And then there's surveys, links are also a part of that. So you can click on any link. There's 4 languages you can choose from to provide your feedback. Thank you. All right, another way people can help out. Well, school communities like McGarvey and Sunrise Elementary Schools are gathering gift cards or gift card type donations that will be collected at their front offices. And you can click on the video of that where they're talking about that, and you can help that community or those, the community with the at McGarvey and Sunrise, you can help collect those donations and be part of that process. All right, another way, the Sacramento County Office of Education, known as SCOE, also has a fire relief donation process going. It's only, I think, for 1 more week. And there's a flyer that we linked or that we put in our letter that you can check out. Then there's another way you can help out, and that's for our Afghan families. So please view our resource list, links in the letter, for staff who are working to support our Afghan families who may be in need of resettlement information, basic needs support, or mental health services. And you can also reach out to our Family and Community Engagement department for any kinds of assistance. All right, question number 15. When can parents attend or listen in on the next board meeting? All right, the next board meeting will take place on Tuesday, September 7th in person at the Robert L. Trigg Education Center. Masks are required indoors. You can also visit our leadership webpage to get to know who your board member is. We put the link there for you. And then you can also view our student board member webpage to learn about how students can also get involved. All right, question number 16, this is the last one. How can parents and educators help during Suicide Prevention Awareness Month? Well, Elk Grove Unified School District, we started a suicide prevention awareness campaign for the month of September, and it's called It's Okay to Talk About Suicide. This campaign aims to remove the fear and stigma people have when it comes to speaking about suicide. And as part of the awareness campaign, EGU News interviewed 2 of our district's mental health therapists about strategies parents, educators, and students can use to help prevent suicide in our youth. So you can view our EGU News Healthy Learning interview featuring Nona Henson and Kim Rawson on YouTube at Let's Talk About Suicide. And the link is in there, is in our letter. All right, good news to share, good stories to share, I should say. We have one story here for you from Myola Beitzel Elementary School, where students welcomed a punny guest. Beitzel Elementary School teacher Carly Davenport, my apologies, connected on social media with Lisa Ayote, a fellow educator, author, and creator of Punny Peeps. Lisa joined Miss Davenport's class and all 3rd graders at Beitzel via Zoom to read some of her work and inspire students to write their own jokes, puns, and stories. Cool thing. All right, check out the video. We linked it there for you. And then last but not least, board member, mayor, and superintendent, board member, mayor, and superintendent greet students riding free on SAC-RT. So we have a story here. Last week, the City of Elk Grove Mayor Bobby Singh Allen, Elk Grove Unified School District Superintendent Christopher Hoffman, and also Elk Grove Unified School District Board Member Nancy Chires Espinosa rode Elk Grove Transit to promote the Fare Free for Youth program called Ride Free RT. They rode bus route number E11 to get a firsthand experience of how well the transit program works and to greet the students that were riding and give out goodie bags. So we have a little story for you, a little video story. You can click again on the link that we gave you to check it out. All right. Remember to subscribe to the Elk Grove Unified School District's YouTube channel and click on the little bell icon to receive notifications. I'm Santi Soriano. Stay safe and stay healthy.